can start the webinar. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for helping us. So a good morning to everyone. Here we are again at the Italian Chamber of Commerce for our second English language event. Today we will be together with Windley Consulting, but before telling you about today, I will leave the stage to Marco Peruzzo. He is the CEO at Central European Services and also a counselor at our Chamber of Commerce. So Marco, thank you, and the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the webinar dedicated to social networks as business developer. My name is Marco Peruzzo, and today Temeshvari Zsuzsanna and Balogh Tamás, respectively CEO and strategic consultant of the company Windley Consulting, based in Budapest, will talk to us about the importance of creating compelling and effective online marketing strategies. They will show us how, through a coordinated use of social media channels, it is possible to build a solid system to achieve concrete results. Their experience in the digital field helps clients in designing a strong online marketing system to convert the communication investments into more sales. I will now hand you over to Mrs. Temeshvari Zsuzsanna, who will explain their way of operating. Enjoy the webinar.
Okay. Thank you, Marco.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Marco. So once again, today's topics will be the T-shaped marketing, social media and sales, the product ladder, the effective content marketing strategy, the role of the buyer's journey, lead generation on Facebook, Instagram, talking about tools and formats, the lead generation of LinkedIn, once again, networking, company pages, tools and formats, and the last, the best practices. So I leave to the word to Zsuzsanna Temeshvari and Tomasz Balogh. Thank you guys for being here with us today for the Italian Chamber of Commerce and our members and non-members. And just a little bit of information, whoever is attending, also on Facebook, I will be watching the chat. Please ask anytime the question, but they will be read just at the end of the session. So Zsuzsanna and Tomasz, thank you once again, and the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Michael and Stefania. Hi, everyone. It is really nice to see you, and we would like to thank to the CCIU to having us on this webinar. Hope we will bring many useful information about how to develop sales by social media. Okay. Let me introduce us. We are outsourced marketing agency. Both of us have sales leader background as well. I came from the B2C, where Tamás was responsible in the B2B sector for a marketing agency. We were friends, and after a few years freelancing, we decided to have some projects together. And one day the Windley Marketing Agency was born. We are working together from 2017, and now we have 6 internal colleagues and many external ones. For example, like PR specialists, graphic designers, web developers, etc. It is a long story short, so let's start. Thank you.
Yes. First of all, this slide shows how our team works. We are all so-called T-shaped marketers, which means that everyone in our team has a wide generic marketing knowledge. So everyone knows what content marketing is, how email marketing works, how the social networks work, and so on. But everyone is deeply specialized in a specific field. For example, someone knows how Facebook ads work, Google ads work. The other one of us knows how social media works, what kind of tactic we have to use. So everyone has their own deeply specialized territory in the team. And that's how we can work strictly well together. So this is the T-shaped marketer theory.
Okay, and we will speak about now social media and sales.
Yeah, first of all, sorry, short disclaimer about the presentation. So we just like to show you a big picture about how these tools work, how you can generate sales through social media, but it's not a detailed strategy, and it won't work for every business. It's important. Some tactics will work for you, some tactics will work for another business. It's just a big picture about how things go in social media if it's about sales. And it's important to mention that there is no such thing as pure social media marketing. You always need content, you need websites, and you need many other tools for success. So we will talk about a system. Okay.
So, just an example. Imagine a guy walking into the pub. Girls sits at the bar. The guy asks immediately for sex. It won't work. Believe me, it won't work. That's the same with social media. If you ask for sales immediately, it won't work. The good online marketing is about building a network between the channels and the tools. That is the method that would work in your business as well.
Yes. So how this process in practice look like? If you want to achieve results, you have to talk with the girl. You have to invite her for a coffee, send some lovely SMS, invite her to a rendezvous, give her flowers. And if you do the process well, you carry them together. And at the end of the process, the magic happens, but not immediately.
Yes, that's the same with the Facebook advertising. You have a budget in your company and start advertising directly your fancy website. It also won't work. Does not mean that the fancy website doesn't need it. You need it, but you also need a strategy which will help to do direct the right user to the right place. You have to find the voice of the target group. It's very important, and you can talk to your dream customer on their voice. That's the point.
So shortly.
Yes, the only thing that happens is you will burn your money if you do these two things what we mentioned before. It happened almost to all of our clients. So let's see what's the problem.
Yeah. So the problem, again, you can't sell immediately through social media. That's the most important part. And this is the main problem if you check this diagram.
Yes, because people are not in the buying mode by searching and scrolling on social media. You can see on the graphic the numbers. The 60% of the people is not in a problem aware mode. The 20% is a problem aware, but the 17%
they are gathering information,
yes,
but they are not ready to
yes,
buy.
but only 3% is would like to buy something at the moment. That means it's not enough to try to reach the scrolling users with sales-focused advertising, and these numbers, what you see, are based on research. That is why the full digital marketing works better than running only some advertising on one channel without building a complex system. You have to think in system. That's the problem at many business
want to sell immediately. Yeah, they advertise their websites and they are waiting for results.
Yes, waiting for the magic, but it's not enough.
Yeah. So what you have to build is a complex system of strategy, content, and technology. We will show you the technology part later. Now let's see the strategy and how content work together. And it's important to mention that there are different currencies on the web. So people don't pay only with money for you. So money is just one currency on the web. Let me show you an example. Everyone, I think that this picture is familiar for every one of us. They're always scrolling and scrolling 4 or 5 hours a day. And we get extreme amount of impulse. You know, it's unbelievable. So if someone can't get my attention, I won't buy anything. And for the first time, if someone can get my attention, it's a big word. But if someone's sending me sales offers, I won't react. No one will react. It's very rare. So first, while people are scrolling, you have to get the attention. This is the first currency on the web.
Yes, and after you first you get the attention, yes, and then you can ask for a personal data. The personal data, for example, email address or mobile number, it's very important to collect them, but still not money. And after this, you can only ask for the bank card. I think many of you was in the same situation during your life, that you started to feel interested some topic, and you you was a subscriber, and after you was a client or a customer. I think you know this process very well from your entire life.
Okay, this is one of the most important slides to understand, because the right strategy is to define a buyer journey for your business. This is a typical buyer journey. It shows how people minds work when they are surfing on the web. Most of us are not in decision mode, not on the decision stage, not in mindset that they would buy anything. First, most people are in the awareness stage, when they know that they have many problems, but they don't really want to solve this. The consideration stage, people are looking for a solution for a specific problem, but still not ready to buy. Only those 3% who are at the decision stage, as we saw before, are ready to buy something if you do things well. But for the first time, most people are on the awareness stage, and you have to use another tactic to slowly make them buy. So what to do?
Yes, the right strategy is the content marketing. Content is king, you never forget. The method is to develop different type of content. The secret is to put the right content to the right stage. First, create engagement with your content, and later you can generate sales. There are many ways to do it right. The first few weeks of making content and to advertise them are some kind of research, testing, etc. And after this period, you can make the sharp targeted campaigns to increase your sales. There are tools to measure the engagement rate, conversion rate. We'll talk about more later. So we can follow up the results and make the changes when it needs.
So shortly, the right strategy is the combination of a buyer journey with content marketing.
Yes.
What kind of content you can use on the different stages?
Yes, it's a very, very important thing, and very interesting topic, I think. In the awareness stage, the best contents are eye or mind catching. For example, videos, blog posts with interesting headers, good social media posts, infographics or quizzes, maybe winning competitions. In the concept, or this type of content, I think. The consideration stage, the tools are great to build your database and could be good for direct offers and connections to your dream customers or for your clients. For example, newsletters. They're very useful to give personal offers based on the informations that former campaigns. Events are good to increase the engagement to your brand. White papers are some kind of downloadable materials, useful tips or video with special informations about your service or product. And the webinar, it is good to show what you know about your business and tell to the audience how you could help to them. In the decision stage, the case studies and demos could do the last step to the sale. So check this graphic and maybe make it clear how the content marketing is built up with this little bricks.
No, this is another approach. How you have to build the engagement of people. These are different steps, and on each step there is some kind of value you can give to your potential customers. As you can see, only on the last step, you can offer only on the last step your main product, your expensive product. First, you have to give free value in form of informative blog posts, for example. Here, people will pay for you with their attention. And you can't get their attention with an expensive offer. First, you have to show value. Later, you can ask for their data and they will pay for you if you have good downloadable content or a webinar like here, and you give your email address. And before you try to sell your main product, if you have a cheap product where they can try you easily, then you can build trust, and people will open their wallet for your main product if they feel that you are good and you give them value for just a little amount of money. So the engagement slowly grows on each step.
So strategy in short: get the attention, get data and build a database, give them value and build trust, and sell your stuff.
It's so easy.
Yes, I'm not convinced to stress the importance of the own database, because you send special personalized offers to your subscribers. It's a direct channel. For example, newsletter through you can give value and build trust for you and your business. This method will help you to have clients back again and again. They will feel like to be the part of your business family or something, some kind of that. And also you can advertise these elements through social media, but the system should be complex.
Yeah, let's see some examples how these things in practice look like. So first of all, I think the BlogBoss is the most familiar for everyone. It's a short content that gives you value. Nowadays, these posts can be done in form of videos. So video content is spreading very fast. And if you would like at the top of your market, then you have to create video content. Here's an example. It's if you are a mom and you have a little baby, then a baby sleeping tips will be very valuable for you. And for the baby sleep site, these blog posts can be easily posted in social media and then drive traffic to their website. And it supports their SEO as well. So if they make more fresh content, they will get better results in Google. So first, you have to put valuable content on your website and drive traffic from social media to these contents.
So in the consideration or education stage, for example, the ebook or other downloadable contents contains deeper and more valuable information about your product, service, or your business. For example, baby sleeping training. I have two very little kids, so I know I give Tamás this example. It would be very good to to show the method.
Not a typical business example.
Yes, but through this we can show you the system. Yes, so for example, a baby sleeping training, for that engaged users will pay with their data, email address or telephone number, for example. Someone give their data for material you offer to them, because this helps to solve a specific problem, this baby sleeping training, yes, and the engaged users will pay with their data. So they will remember for it, and if they decided to buy that, believe me, I know many of you also was in this situation too. If you give your data for something, you will remember it, and when you decided to buy the product or the service, you will get back to them.
On the decision stage, one of the most popular tools is the so-called pre-consultations. When people are thinking about making a final purchase decision, the best you can do to convince them personally and offer a free consultation. For example, just as this baby sleeping consultant does, it was very surprising for me because I saw only in the B2B sector these kind of consultations, but it can be done by every kind of business. So at the end of the process, they offer free baby sleeping consultation when they will directly talk with the mothers and convince them to buy something more expensive service from them.
Okay, in every stage is very important. The email marketing and the newsletters works well on every stage. You can send sales promotion, educative content, tips, tricks, or just something about your business life. For example, you have a new office, a new shop opening, event, etc. It's very important to have the subject field looks interesting and makes curiosity. Whose newsletter looks like your friend's letter?
It's really important. As you can see, this is a good example. This letter was sent to me by a business, but you can't see the business name. It was sent by Chris. There are no pictures. It doesn't look like a newsletter. If you check the words, they communicate with me as if I would be the part of their friends circle or something. So it's very personal and it doesn't look like a business letter. Good newsletters looks like your friends' letters.
Okay, the lead generation. Let's see how does this process look like in practice. What tools to use on different platforms. Okay.
Yes. First, we have to make things clear because there are three crucial definitions we have to show you. This is the lead, the conversion, and the so-called pixel codes. Because do not forget, you need the right combination of strategy, content, and technology as well.
Okay, what is a lead? Who is a lead? Lead is any person who indicates interest in a company's product or service in some way, shape, or form. Lead generation is the process of attracting and converting strangers and prospects into someone who has indicated interest in your company's product or service. Yeah. A lead could be hot or cold, depends on which stage the lead is, and also important to recognize that a lead is a lead.
Yeah. So easily, these are the guys who give you their email address in change of something. This is if they register to a free consultation and so. The conversion is the same. It occurs in online marketing when visitor comes to your website and completes a goal, such as filling out your form and make a purchase. But mostly, conversions happen when people download something, and the conversion rate on your website or your sales page shows how many of the total visitors converted to something. For example, if you have 100 visitors and 10 of them download your content, then your conversion rate is 10%. And there are different type of conversions. Mostly they are leads. At the end of the process, of course, we are talking about sales. How many visitors have bought anything, purchased anything from you, from your total visitors? It's a step-by-step process, what we were talking about before. And the pixel codes helps you to achieve these results.
Yes, to measure conversions, first you have to develop into your website pixel codes. If you insert this code with your developer into your website and sales pages, is the most important part of any online campaign, because you can measure with this tool. You can track your visitors and measure their activity with it. You can run targeted ads for people who have visited your website. That's called remarketing. You can optimize your campaign to the user who pushed the download button or the add card button or the order button. That's called the conversion. There are no online marketing campaign, no online sales, no social media sales without it.
Yes, and if you are done with those pixel codes, the typical process looks like this. You start traffic or conversion optimized ads because of the pixel codes for people who read your blog content. It's a type of remarketing as well. These users, you can direct them to your sales page where they download something valuable. If they leave, you can start a remarketing campaign to drive them back. Pixel code. I think it's familiar for you. You visited the website, you have left it, but those display ads and Facebook ads comes always in front of you. That's because they use a pixel code and they know that you have visited their site before, but you didn't download anything. So if you do this well, you can get their data and you can send them personalized emails and offers, or maybe a new targeted social media campaigns. Let's see how these things look in practice.
Okay, email is another big topic, but it's important to mention that email still works. You can see on the graphic that the best rated channel by marketers is still the email marketing. Email is one of the best ways to promote all your other marketing strategies because it gives you a direct line of communication with your audience. So just a few seconds, the audience could check the.
Yeah, it's always on the top of the marketers list. Marketing is always on the top.
Yes, the second, social media, SEO, social PPC, but the email marketing is the first.
Most people think that, oh, it doesn't know it. These are just shitty newsletters, but no. It's email marketing, it's something else. And we could go into details, but today we won't. But it's a very important topic as well. Another great tool are the so-called lookalike audiences. So what are these? It's a kind of targeting. And let me show you it on an example. If you have an email database around 1,000 people, you can upload it to the Facebook and target these people with specific ads. So not just if you have email address, you can target only with email marketing, but with Facebook ads as well. And you can create from these users, from this list, a so-called lookalike audience, where the algorithm, the Facebook algorithm, will find very similar people to them. It's an extremely sophisticated kind of social media targeting. And if you have it works more better if your list is more wider. So if you have a list of about 10,000 people, then you can do very sophisticated lookalike targeting. And of course, you can create lookalikes from your followers as well, from your Instagram followers, and so on. There are many opportunities. It's very well working targeting. It works much better as if you would use cold interest-based targeting. Because here you know that people on your database show interest for your service. It's Facebook will find the similar people. It's a bit creepy thing, but it works. So how the process look like? When you have, for example, lookalike audience, then you can run conversion targeted remarketing campaigns to your blog visitors, to a sales page where there is a download button.
Yes, through the link which was advertised on the social media, there is a connection or a download form. And if they click on it, you have their data. I think all of you use this button at least one time. It is simple, but has to build the system correctly. It contains a form and some sales text. If the user fill out the form and clicks on the download button, they will automatically get your stuff through mail. Write them to a sales page, conversion, download button, get data.
In both cases, the Facebook algorithm checks what kind of people push the download button, and they try to find similar people. And here, Facebook algorithm, when you target your database lookalike audience, the algorithm tries to find again similar people. So this is what technology means. It's very important to set up those pixel code in the right way, because then new opportunities open. And this is an example how IBM does this. This is a post on my newsfeed, and they offer responsibility report, free stuff from my email address. And I can download the complete report with a button if I give them my data. So it's a simple example. Everyone does this, but it's always a two-step process. And we're not talking just about social media, but about the website as well.
Okay, so what if you don't have a sales website? There is another type of advertising on Facebook. It is the so-called Facebook lead ads. As you can see on the graphic, if you click on the ads, they direct you to a page inside Facebook instead of a sales page, where the system fills out the form based on your personal Facebook account. And after that, if you agree, automatically will send a PDF to the given email address.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very good and useful tool inside the Facebook. But it's much better if you have a own website, because if you have a website, this is yours. The Facebook and the Instagram is not yours, just your own website. So that's why we always say,
always propose
yes,
to develop own channels. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But if you have to do something quickly, then it's a really good tool, and you can download in an Excel the whole database you collected.
Okay, so just a short summary. Insert a pixel code into your website. define and set up conversions on your site, start conversion targeted and remarketing campaigns, get data on your sales page or leaded and generate leads.
Yeah.
That's the
And
process.
And if you communicate with the leads, then you can generate sales. Online marketing, in most cases, is about lead generation. And later you can sell your stuff personally. Okay, and another great tool is the LinkedIn's platform to networking, building your personal image, and generate some leads. On the screen, there is a personal profile, but you can. It's a great tool because if you post something on LinkedIn nowadays, then you have a really great organic reach. That means that if you post something, then everyone can see content. If you post something on Facebook, just some people can see your content. Some of your friends, only 10%. So nowadays, it's good to post anything on LinkedIn because people see everything you do there. So the organic reach is pretty high. They see if you like, they see if you comment or share something. And everyone is there with their positions. I will show you how to find them. So it's a great platform if it's about B2B networking. For example, as I saw, you can see everything. People can see everything what you do. And this guy, Laszlo, is not my friend. It's not my connection on LinkedIn, but Nicolette is my connection. And she commented on Laszlo's post, and I can see Laszlo's post. So that's why the organic reach is pretty huge, because there are no limits nowadays on LinkedIn to spread the word. And there is a so-called advanced search module on LinkedIn where there are many different filters. So if you want to start build your network, then you can use many filters to find the right people for you. Find the right you can find your right prospects and connect them directly. For example, if you are interested in the animation industry, you can filter the animation industry, and you can look for CEO titles or marketing leader titles or anything what you just want. Or you can simply put keywords there. You can select the country, and you can start to build your market abroad. And when they are your connections, when they accept your connections, you can send them direct messages. And it's easier to connect than call them on phone. And if it's about searching, there is a more professional level, the so-called LinkedIn Sales Navigator on LinkedIn. It has more filters. You can create lead lists. There are much more options to create lists and find the right prospects. But it has a price. I don't know nowadays how much it costs, but it's always around 100 or 70 euros per month. But it's a really great tool, and it has much more options and filters than the simple searching module. You can see if I have more than 1,000 connections, all of them will see if I post the content on my newsfeed, all of them. So that's why it's important to build your personal network, and not just them. If they like it, then their connections will see this as well. So a huge amount of people will see anything what I post. And the other option, of course, if you have a business, it's required that you make a company page. But it has much lower organic reach, and you have to run ads to your content to reach people and get followers, and they will arise slowly, and it's very expensive. So advertisements on LinkedIn are very, very expensive, and it's a slow process if you are not a well-known brand. So that's why it's important to develop your own personal network instead of running just ads to your company page. So the trick is that you build both of them, and if you have a company, you can share the company's content with your personal page, with your personal profile, with a comment. So István has a company, and he shared the content of his company with some comment, and so he could reach his more than 1,000 connections, and the company has only 500 followers, so they could he could perform 3 times better with that sharing. So that's why it's important to communicate personally with your market as well. And if you do the networking right, people will chat with you. So this is an example, and you can ask for a real-life conversation as well at the end of the process if you don't hurry. So first, you can send a kind invitation to connect them. Some days later, you can offer an interesting article, or you can send them a free content, just like Balázs sent me a free content, and it was very useful. Maybe I could download their ebook there. I don't remember really, but if it was useful, I gave my data for them. And as we were talking to each other, he invited me to a Zoom meeting, as far as I remember, and he showed their services me for free. We didn't do business, but I think there were many others who who bought this service from him, because he made this process solely, and he gave me a lot of value step by step. So it's just as the first time we showed you, you can't sell, especially on LinkedIn, immediately. But if you do the process right, slowly, you can generate leads and generate sales. And there is another option, the so-called LinkedIn conversation ads, to do this automatically. Then you can send thousands of chat messages with your company page, but it's less effective. So if you put the effort into the personal networking, then it will give you a pretty high ROI if you do things right. But you have to be patient. It's not an easy and fast process. Okay, and we have some best practices as well from our clients, how others do this. But it's another presentations. So if you are curious and you think that you could learn from them, just send your email address, and we will send you these 3 case studies. One of them is a premium Italian restaurant, how we generated with organic attention on Facebook and with remarketing campaigns sales for them, a B2B consultant company, how we generate leads, and with Facebook remarketing leads for them, and a B2C company with special high-priced products and service. We generated leads for sales bots on Facebook, and these are pretty pretty expensive things, but they managed to sell their stuff to Facebook because of the process of the different stages we showed you on the first slide.
Okay, thank you very much. And now the questions.
If you have any, let's try to answer them.
I saw one in the panelist. Why is it important to put focus in the email marketing? Golács Réka Emese.
Because you have a database, you can communicate with people directly. Maybe you can't reach them on Facebook anymore because Facebook will say that there is no more organic reach, or Facebook will be too expensive, or there will be another competitor next to Facebook and they will disappear. Or
Yes.
if you put effort only into search engine marketing, maybe Google one day will bring new rules and your first position will disappear. And then the only thing you can do that you have email addresses and you can communicate with people directly. It's really important.
Yes, and these emails are not spam because you subscribed to them.
Yeah.
Because you are interested in the topic or interested in that service, so you subscribed to these newsletters and you are interested in what is in it.
Yeah, the key is to give value to people because then they will look for your what you have sent. So these aren't those trashy newsletters what everyone hates. It's something else. But without a customer database, there is no business. So that's the biggest value in a business. If you have names, email addresses, phone numbers, and so.
Yes, you can send them special promotions. For example, I have not a connection, my favorite business for contact lenses, and they almost every week send me an SMS. Today, 15% off from the contact lenses because they know I've always bought contact lenses from them. And when I get this SMS, I reorder my half year contact lenses. So this is if you find when figure it out how to do it right, and the system is complex, it's a very valuable things, and it's worth to think about it. Any question? Now I understand. Okay, great.
So it's question times, right, guys? Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it was very interesting and very interactive. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Let's go to questions. I got a lot of questions actually, so get ready.
Okay.
I've got in chat one question, but the lady said that she understands, so I won't be reading it, but probably you can read as well. But just give me a second. I will go to all the questions. So how is it possible to find clients B2B on social network?
The most easy way is to define what kind of people are interesting for you and use the LinkedIn advanced search to generate connections. And then you can ask them directly.
Okay, so next question. How can I improve my e-commerce without a brand new web page?
Sorry, once again, brand new.
How can I improve my e-commerce without a brand new web page? So without creating a new web page, how can I do my e-commerce? Or improve, sorry, not doing.
I think that first you have to define your conversions. If you don't have valuable content on the site or a blog, then you can put it into the website, and you have to build pixel codes into the website and build remarketing list from your visitors.
Okay.
Mostly people don't have any blog or any downloadable free content on the website.
Okay, next question. Thank you. Is the customer journey the same for every business? What do you think?
No, just the basics. There are much more sophisticated journeys. I could show you, but the basics are always the same. Awareness stage, consideration stage, decision stage. But we have a client where there are 6, 7 different steps.
Okay, next one, thank you. Facebook and Instagram could be enough to find my audience, or should I test other digital channels?
I think that if Instagram is interesting for you, then maybe you can test Pinterest as well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. TikTok is a new social platform that is growing very fast. What do you think about it? It is a really good place to find new clients.
Yes, this depend on the business, because yes, it's like a virus, but I think
If you need teenagers, then
yes,
it's a good platform.
maybe in a cosmetic business.
But today I saw a TikTok video from one of the most well-known Hungarian businessmen. So everyone uses this, and it's more and more. So people like this. That's what I saw. It was horrible for the first time, to be honest, because those videos. But nowadays I say that next to the teenagers, you can reach more serious people as well. But you have to find the right tone of your brand, how you can make their videos.
Yes, and I think many of these TikTok videos are shared on Facebook and Instagram as well. So I saw TikTok videos, but not in the TikTok application, in the Facebook and the Instagram. So it's good because it has many tools to promote yourself or your brand or your.
Yes, but mostly people use influencers there, because if someone has a lot of followers, then you can ask them to promote in a sophisticated way, of course, your service. A lot of people ask this from us, and we have an influencer marketing partner where they can find the best influencers who are matching to your business. So TikTok is important. We didn't talk about this, but it's important. It's just not clear nowadays how you can build. You use this in your content marketing strategy, but yeah, it can be used for B2B as well, as I see. But it's a fresh thing.
Probably, I think that as soon as TikTok owners will be more confident and clear that they can do business, B2B business or other stuff, they will set specific rules as Facebook has done and LinkedIn as well. So that's what I think is still growing. It was born for different purpose. TikTok, I think it was born for teenagers sharing videos, making stupid stuff, but probably it's becoming very useful for business as well. But as you said, I think it depends on what you are promoting. So not every stuff can be promoted through TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, but not certainly on TikTok. So it's still developing in my point of view. Okay, thank you. Let's move to the next question. What are the most common mistakes that what are the most common mistakes that people new to the field make, and any suggestions of how to avoid them?
That's what we were exactly talking about. That mostly people start to advertise their sales. They are doing sales promotion with Facebook ads, and the budget disappears, and they didn't get any data, any attention, nothing. Just they are running boring ads, and they don't show this to the right people. So they don't think in systems. They think about just in campaigns, in sales campaigns, and it won't work like this. So only complex, the complex approach works. There is no easy way to generate sales. That's a sad thing. It's very rare that it works.
So that's why it's important to rely on you guys before making any decision and investment on social
For
media.
example,
Yeah, yeah. So I
thank
see
you,
the
thank you
point.
for the point.
I see the point. So next question is almost what we already talked about. Are certain social networks more effective than others for increasing my sales?
No, I wouldn't think. Social networks they are changing. The strategic approach is the most important. So people are behaving always in the same way. So it's psychology. But if you have well-working tools on Facebook, then first you have to use these networks, and only just later try new fancy things. If something works, then first you have to rely to use those tools, and you can do experiments. But it's not a good approach if you begin to do experiments with new fancy tools, because it's risky. There are so many well-working channels, just like the email. Think about it. 10 years ago, it still works. So first thing first, the basics, and when they are working well, then you can do experiments.
Thank you. We have a question. I can see the last 3 questions, by the way, for now. That's a tricky one. What's the difference between retargeting and remarketing?
It's the same. Sorry if we didn't use the same word. It's the same definition.
That's why I said it tricky. Okay, last 2 questions. How market is changing? What is the future scenario for social media marketing in your opinion?
In one word, you have to focus on the video content. It's everything. Just if you look at TikTok, you can communicate only in videos, and that's all. On Instagram, you had to communicate in pictures. Facebook was more complex, but the direction is clearly the video content.
But what would be more effective for the future? Videos, pictures? What do you think?
Video, absolutely video. And all those channels try to push the video content in your face. The algorithm likes much better if you post something in form of a video than in a form of simple text. So that's
it's less boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure that you can give tips of how long it should be, how the voice should be raising or going down. So that's what I mean. So I think it's important to know the rules of making a very useful, very good video, because it's not everyone.
It's complicated topic to figure out how you can make a video factory for your business, because in that case you need a lot of different kind of videos. There are maybe we can make another webinar about this with an expert who knows how to make cheap but quality videos.
Why not?
It's a hard question. Yeah, but there are many tools. It's not so expensive anymore to make quality videos if you have some tools. Yeah. There are people who are posting 2-3 different type of videos in a day. I saw businesses, so somehow they can do this.
Thank you. I think it's the last one, but I will have a better look. If I am searching for new employees, LinkedIn is a good platform to do that or not? What do you suggest?
Yes, there are, just as I showed the Sales Navigator, there is another tool for hiring. And on the personal profiles, let me show this. If I'm a simple user, then here is that Open To button. I can switch it on for HR people. If someone is hiring, then the system will show them that I'm open to new opportunities, but my boss won't see this. So it's a secret button. And just a sales navigator, I think you can pay for another module for hiring. There is 3 different tools on LinkedIn, and it costs something like this per month. So it's a great tool for hiring. Yeah. Mostly, it's used for recruiting and sales.
Thank you very much. Nicola is asking a question in our chat. How long should be a campaign for small business? For example, a wine shop. I mean, 6 months, a year, because I intend that it will be very connected with the whole company strategy, and which is an approximate budget for a 6 months campaign, example from 10 to 20,000 euro or some other range.
It's very hard to say this. We should know more about this business, where, when, how. It's a web shop, yes, but they will have also a local shop, or it's depend on many things, and this depend on what is the budget, how many money they have.
The sales target. Yeah.
Yes.
And he's saying between 10 and 20,000 euros. So I think that's his budget.
Okay, so that's the budget. It could be good, but for 3 months.
First you should test it in a smaller budget how things work, and then you will see.
You can increase the budget with a smaller budget. You can start the campaign, for example, with 500 euros for a month. You can test it, and after you can put more money to the channel. What is the best for you?
Okay, I don't think we have any more questions unless someone is typing right now. Okay, Nicola is staying. Thank you to you guys. So my question is, are you willing to send your presentation?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that could be great, because your contacts are in the presentation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we will be sending through Simone to everyone who was here today, and also to those who couldn't attend for some reason. So I thank you very much for being here today, and it was a really useful webinar. Thank you guys. Really, it was really interactive, as I said, and wasn't at all. It was really good, really good. So thank you very much for being here, and also to attendees, and see you next time. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.